Okay, we are moving into our second unit in algebra. You are going to be able to solve two-step equations today. Two-step equations means you have to do two things to get the variable alone. So the first thing you do is move what isn't connected to the variable. Isn't. You move what's not sticking to the variable first. Make sure everybody is writing these in their notes. Every single person is writing this in their notes. And then the last thing you do is move what is connected. So this is kind of a bad example, the way that it got scaled. But I want you to visualize that this 5 is not sticking to the variable. It's got some space between the variable and it. And the 4 is what's sticking to it, what's connected. All right, so let's just go through some examples. And you also have to know how to get rid of something, the inverse operation, how to undo something, what the opposite is. So this first example, 3x plus 2 equals 17. What do I move first, the 3 or the 2? 2. So if it's plus 2, how do you move plus 2? Minus 2, minus 2. The 3x comes down, that cancels, equals 15. Now I can get rid of the 3. How do you get rid of the 3? Divide, because this is 3 times x. To get rid of times, you divide. X is 5. Oh my negatives. Look at these negatives. But it's still, I figure out what am I moving first, how do I move it? What am I moving first, how do I move it? Am I moving the 3 on the bottom or the 3 that's to the side first? 3 to the side. So that means minus 3. How do you move minus 3? So let's plus 3. Rewrite negative x over 3 equals negative 7. See how they're different? When they're different, you subtract them. Now how do you move when the 3's on the bottom? That means x divided by 3. How do you move divide by 3? Multiply both sides by 3. That cancels the 3 up. Now I'm left with negative x equals negative 21. Now get rid of the negative. When you get rid of the negative, you change the sign of everything. X is 21. It is not solved until x is fully alone. And here, x wasn't fully alone. It had a negative by it. This is really negative 1. So you can think of it as dividing both sides by negative 1. I don't really like to think of it that way. I just like to change a sign. Next one. Okay, 2 signs in the middle. And I don't know how much is going to be on your homework for this, so I don't want to spend too much time. We can get into this after your nice long break. None of this is on your homework. So I don't think I should teach this to you right now. I think that we'll do this in fractions tomorrow. Actually, let's double it up. Let's do 2 of these today, 2 tomorrow. So you want to do the inverse of the first sign. Inverse, opposite of the first sign. So look at this. 4x plus a negative 2 equals 22. The first sign is plus. The inverse of plus is minus, but I'm minusing a negative 2. What happens when you minus a negative? It turns to plus, so I'm really adding 2. And I get 4x equals 24, x equals 6. Okay, 4x minus a negative 5. I'm plusing a negative 5. You do the inverse of the first sign. Then I'm plusing a negative 5 to the other side. 4x equals, they're opposite signs, so I'm going to subtract them. Hey, this is the same thing. X is 6. So again, if you have two signs in the middle, you do the inverse of the first.